Okay, we're back. This is Master Magic, Impossible Difficulty, with the 11 Life book strategy based on Torin the Chosen. Quick recap: we defeated Shuri, we defeated Taron, and now we found the capital of Sisera over on Mirror, and we're on our way to take on Oberic. I'm prioritizing Oberic ahead of Sisera because Oberic's been sending troops past my capital game, some of them big nasty stacks, and if Oberic went to war with me, he could really cause trouble. Meanwhile, Torin has been doing fine. Up to 186 experience, so with just 14 more, he's going to level up. And our capital city is producing their first unit of Rangers. In fact, with 459 gold in the bank, let's see if we can afford to buy those out right now and speed that up by 3 turns. All right, looks like we can. Clack-ons, okay. Keep exploring here. I think I'm in Oberic territory here, or getting into it. Well, there's a Oberic city, and so I want to be careful to not provoke Oberic and also not end up losing my magic spirit because he gets attacked and dies. Okay, this is a pretty nice barbarian city. Wouldn't mind adding him to my tax rolls right now, so let's do it. And again, they're just Torin at this point is so powerful they cannot even land any hits. They cannot inflict any damage. Need to either buy or get a spearman on the way. There we go. We'll let that guy. Okay, now this town now has 2 defenders. Let's go get a granary going. And with 9 mana flowing in, I kind of feel like I can start putting some mana. I'm going to start putting about 5 per turn. Let's do 9 would put me at break even. Let's do 8. $50 gold. So I just started investing in my building up my casting skill. War bears. If Torin had some time to go capture some nodes, then we could be growing even quicker in our magic ability. Just individual spearmen over here. Okay, here is our first ranger, and we want to drop endurance on this guy. That's not really going to help until next turn because the movement points are awarded at the start of the turn by. But even without that, this ranger's able to move for, was able to move for 4 squares. Let's wait on this and see. Are we inside of each other yet? It's going to take these guys a couple turns to meet up. Well, I guess one more turn. And again, liking to end my turn over water. That way I don't get drug into fights. And continue exploring mirror here. Kinda don't know when I'm going to start running into Sisera's troops, so trying to end my turns over water for safety's sake. There we go. Okay. Now we can get Torin. What's going on in this city? High Elf, 1 population. That's not terribly exciting. Maximum of 9. That city's got some growth potential. Let's go get it. Now, yeah, all I've got is like 1 spearman. Might as well get some ranger XP too. Just a smidge. Rangers are pretty significant archers once they get some experience and levels and everything. And Torin is now a champion, and lots of his abilities go up, including now 75% casting, or 75 mana for casting. It's going to take this 15 turns to get a spearman. Let's not wait that long for our first one. Keeping that city undefended. If I lose it, that's okay. It'll have a spearman next turn. And that easily we made it here. Okay, these are all foot soldiers, so it's I don't want to drag my ranger into a fight where shaman or stronger units could be throwing damage at my ranger, who's a lot more fragile than Torin. But in this case, a bunch of foot soldiers at the ranger should be safe to engage in. Torin's going to cast prayer, and rangers can shoot away. Wow! With prayer, they did some actual damage there. A lot of times, level 0 archers have a tough time dealing much damage. And fighting along. Oh, everybody in the battle gets the same experience, so we're going to be helping these rangers level up as quickly as possible. We do want to go ahead and get a defensive unit here right away. How much can this city produce? Not enough to produce a spearman in 1 turn. And doing Some more exploring here. What do we got going on there? Whole mess of clacons there. Still kind of worried what's going to happen to my capital if I go when I go to war with Oberic. Wraiths. I really think Torin can take on wraiths. Okay, here is my second ranger, and a little bit inclined to leave him in my capital for safety's sake. So I think for the moment, I'm going to leave this ranger here. Well, yeah, he adds some, well, I don't know. Part of me wants him to go get experience with Torin. Yeah, let's give the guy a chance to get experience. That's going to make him, frankly, a whole lot more valuable. Okay, wow. We're going to be able to meet up that soon. What do we have over here? Angel. Okay, I really would like a gear improvement here. Spearman is going to patrol. I want another, because I got Oberic floating all around me. Wouldn't mind Torin having some gear like a weapon, a shield, armor. Now an angel could fly in and just slaughter my ranger, so I need to be careful of that. Okay, there's an angel. Torin can cast prayer. Did not take damage from the angel. Guardian Spirit's even a whole lot less tough. 20 gold and a righteousness spell. Righteousness is really great protection against chaos and death. I want to keep these guys together like that. This guy here. Again, I don't want to wait 15 turns for a second defender. Boy, is that a long time. Alright, this high elf town has a granary. Wouldn't be a bad idea for it to get walls, but I'm going to go with the marketplace first. That's still going to take a long time. Okay. What do we want to do next? What is this? Colossus, I still think would order Torin. Leaving the Colossus alone. And now that we've produced a spearman, let's produce a granary. This is a pretty productive town there. Okay. So, trying to understand better the shape of the continent, and down here where Cicero lives, and would like to find Oberic's capital. Those are just neutral cities. Now me and my 2 rangers can cruise along. Oh, found some slingers. And yeah, let's go ahead and produce another one. That'll also, oh, I think we want, needed a little more. Needed, kind of at a loss as to where we're going to eventually find Oberic's capital. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in that area, though. Where else could it be, huh? Tumu the Assassin, legendary blade master, costs 3 gold. Not a bad garrison addition for my capital, and I think I can afford 150 gold right now. Let's take a look at a couple of stints. So Oberic and Cicero are very even in force, and even in army, Cicero's a little ahead in magic power. Cicero's a little ahead in spell research. Also, Cicero's got 253 mana in the bank. Oberic's got 65 mana in the bank. And still exploring. Kind of interesting here. There's another very small Clacon town. Computer wizards somehow end up liking Clacons a whole lot for reasons I'll never understand. Okay, let's see what's in this temple, and if I can take it on with Torin at this stage. It's a total piece of cake. There's a bunch of them. No worries. They really basically can't even hurt me. In fact, I should have been set up to bring the Rangers with me. There's no reason why the Rangers couldn't have come into this fight and gotten experience. Should have thought that through a little bit better. But maybe next time. Would have been nice for the Rangers to get all this experience. And easily defeating 8 Guardian Spirits. And I find a shield. Wow! 6/4/6 Wraith form. Wow. So 6 defense is nice. 4 movement is outstanding. And Wraith form is the most amazing of all because that makes me non-corporeal. And I believe that will allow me to move at 1/2 movement point per square over both land and sea. So I lucked into And there's no way I could have counted on this, but I lucked into a solution for Torin's inability to cross water. He can now waltz across the water with ease. There are very few items that give Torin water walking or flight, so there's no way you can depend on them happening. All right, I'm going to let the Ranger and Tumu hang out in the city. I'm thinking I'm going to build one more Ranger and then go to work on other improvements on my capital. And let's get us a granary. We're getting kind of tight on food. We got a lot of farming going on throughout the entire empire, and these granaries are going to help with that as they can come online. All right. Well, I think the Oberic capital is here someplace. Wow, like maybe right there. Okay, so with these sprites and this fire giant, I cannot safely bring in the Rangers. They can easily get slaughtered. Plus, let's look at what Oberic can throw at us. He's got nature, sorcery, and chaos. So either he could have sonic blast or firebolts or fireballs. Due to Torin's magic immunity, Torin has nothing to fear from those, but my Rangers could be slaughtered. So, zone. And let's attack. So, yeah, what do I even have on my... the only enchantment I have right now is Endurance. And because I picked up that shield with 4 movement, I don't really need Endurance anymore. I'm already way faster than my Rangers. I can even start running out ahead of them. So Torin, as you know, loves to... let's go over here and cast Prayer. Taking no damage, and look, I got a hero here. Johann the Barbarian. Only 8 points, so he just barely showed up. Again, to reduce collateral damage, I would... sprites just got one more shot, and then they're coming after me. And I want to do the fighting outside by building and collateral damage. So even though that fire giant looked big and scary, he was easily defeated with no damage to me. But because the sprites are flyers, even with Wraith form, Torin can't engage flyers. No, I do not want to destroy this city. Even though it's Clacons, I want to add it to my empire. I've gained 2 fame, 224 gold pieces. And Oberic is banished, not defeated. So he's going to be casting Spell of Return. And I got a Summon Hero spell in the Ruins. We have no magic books in common, spells that Oberic has managed to research. And it's engineers, some magic magic spirit. I'm thinking I'd leave engineers alone. I'd like them to just go ahead and build roads for my benefit. And wow, another neutral troll city. I hope a big stack of Oberic guys is not headed for my capital right now. Dora finished a granary, and since the granary's done, maybe we ought to do a shrine because we do have some unrest there, and that'd give me a nice point of mana. Let's go for a shrine. Behemoth. All right, what are we gonna do next? Oh my gosh, I forgot to garrison force, unfortunately. And I'm going to live with just spearmen. Fortunately, I got the gold to buy them. I need to leave one ranger behind to garrison the town. With prayer and the other stuff I can cast, I think, well, maybe heroism. I think I can, if these engineers decide to move in, which I might, I think I can defend against them okay. Just got a whole bunch of spearmen and swordsmen here. Let's go take them out. Experience for the ranger, experience for Torin. I kind of don't want my rangers all ripped up with melee fighting though, so I'll just need to keep them out of the fighting enough to just keep them out of melee range and let them use their considerable archery skills. Enhanced by prayer. Torin's going to run over here to try to head off the guys who might make it to the ranger. Ranger's trying to do his part to protect himself. Boom. Unit got removed by rangers. So rangers can do a thing called alright, these guys only move for one, so ranger's safe for this turn. And the ranger backs up and shoots. And it's over. Don't want to completely, even though these are Clacon cities, I still want to add them to my tax base. I'm always open to. This actually reminds me of something I should have thought of a while ago. I'm not really casting spells much, and Just Cause will reduce unrest all across my empire, and in fact, it'll bump up my fame by 10. My fame's high enough. I'm not paying any gold upkeep for my troops anyway, but that'll keep it that way. So if you have enough troop upkeep in gold, just cause more than pays for itself, because it basically saves you up to 20 gold upkeep per turn while only costing 3 mana. Oh, you know, before I cast that though, I want to get a magic spirit on its way. Okay, we got a spearman on the way. Whoa, I thought I bought a spearman. Oh, maybe that was still this turn. And this magic spirit can continue to help scout out the continent. Engineers have a way of piling in where they, at the end of the road, which these engineers have done. It's a little bit of a suicide attack when you've taken over the city. All right, we're going to drop heroism on these rangers, which is probably the biggest bang for the buck of any of the spells I have at my disposal. And with heroism, kill those engineers in 2 shots. Okay, completed a granary, and farmer's market is a really good upgrade. It's like it's potentially going to take a really long time. All right, got the magic spirit. Let's drop endurance on him. Okay, let's get him over here exploring. Okay, what's my strategy? Oberic is casting Spell of Return. Cicera is not yet causing any problems. So I basically want to I need to take over all of Oberic's cities so I can defeat him once and for all. Otherwise, he's going to be right back here making trouble again. Torin's going to be busy doing that for a while. At the same time, it's a node here. And fortunately, it's a magic spirit. Okay, so exactly how do I want to do this? Let's let this guy can patrol. Oh, and because Oberic has forces floating around, I don't want to wait for my second garrison troop here. Ditto over here. I want it right away, even though I only have to wait like 2 turns, but still don't want to do it. And 1 spearman I'm not worried about. Whole nice stack of swordsmen. Let's see if this ranger has any ability to make it into the fight. Looks like he should. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, here was the big stack. Let's go fight it out. Here inside the node, most of the time I won't be able to land a prayer, but seriously, with swordsmen and spearmen, just really don't need the prayer, to be honest. And we'll just let these guys shoot their arrows. Yeah, at the distance, the Rangers have a pretty considerable to-hit penalty that goes away as they get closer. And like before, we can, there we go. Victory. I might as well, the new guy as a scout, and oh dang, I left that magic spirit where he can get attacked, and he probably will, to be honest, lose that magic spirit. Let's get another magic spirit going. Oh, endurance. Okay, next turn. All right. I do plan to get. Oh, thank you for attacking. I really appreciate when they come to me. It saves no end of time. And it's like free experience. Stay away from my cities. Consider yourself warned. All right, so Sisera does not appreciate my guy floating around his empire. And does that mean we're at war? Was that a declaration of war? No, that was just a warning. Okay, I've got 2 Rangers, 2 Moo, 2 Horsebone walls. So I'm going to consider this city defended enough. And I'm going to go after a Forester, which speeds up production. And feeling pretty good about my capital city, especially with Oberic wiped out here. Alright. That's just a stack of 2, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed things up a little. I'm going to have Torin take these guys on by himself. Probably my Rangers could have done just fine, but more confident of. Meanwhile, I just don't want this. I'm going to take over this node, so I don't want. Let's see, need a builder's hall for this city. I don't want this magic spirit retaking what I'm so busily taking over here. And so I'm going to take out this magic spirit witchers. Well, I wanted to save on the mana for prayer. There we go. Took a bunch of shots, but they got him. And I want to get on top of this right away. Make sure my endurance is turned off. I don't really need to do this. There's an early version of the game where you could end up continue to pay for an enchantment or spirit had disappeared, but I think that's been fixed in this game. Now my magic base is up to 37 with the addition of that node, and let's get a granary. Okay, wow. So we're back to, like I said, Sisera did not appreciate me floating around his cities. And because cities have to be at least 3 apart, I know for a fact there is no city in this little realm here. So I'm going to go inland because, ooh, there's another city. So I want to find all of Sisera's cities here. And I hope I don't lose that magic spirit to fighting. And just like that, Torin's got another level. Now he is a 90-point caster. What was in there? Ghouls. And I've got to take a break. That's it for part 3. We have banished. Sisera is busy growing away steadily over in Mirror all by himself so far. This dip here is presumably either Sisera summoned some magic fantastic creatures that he couldn't support the mana spend and they disappeared, or more likely Sisera built up a big stack and sent it to take over a node and it took heavy casualties or something, fought any of the enemy wizards. So this dip in power is maybe he took on a node and lost a whole bunch of troops in the battle for the node. And that's it for now. I will see you in part 4.